bust down AP on my wrist. Anime porn. And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes, you yellow yappers. Welcome back to another yogurty episode of Radio Rufus. That's right, we make our celebrated return to this venerated institution, one of the great media empires in all of human history. Watch out, Rupert Murdoch. You're on death's door anyway, but I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna do your son and your daughter in while I'm at it. The Sun newspaper is mine, you crusty bastard. Now, I'm Rufus from Radio Rufus. As always, I am joined by who can only be described as an outrageous shaved monkey. It's Aidan Rafferty, the Irish puppet himself. Say hello to the people, Aidan.
Hello.
That's right. Every week we bring you the latest and greatest from around the world. Very relevant stuff. This week we'll be tackling some murders in Germany, some murders in Africa, and a man in Egypt. So it's all big stuff as always. News, sports, games, everything you want from around the world. And this week it is my pleasure to also welcome in a special guest. It's perhaps a man with the most luscious eyebrows in all of stand-up comedy. It's the Scouse Mouse, the Merseyside Machine, the Knotty Ash, Hottie Smash. It's Adam Rowe. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thank you so much. I can't believe you've heard of Knotty Ash.
I Googled you.
And as soon as I seen that, I had to Google Knotty Ash.
Yeah.
But what does it say about Knotty Ash?
It says you went to school there.
It's not true.
Oh, okay.
Like, I lived near Knotty Ash and the school's near Knotty Ash, but like, that's like saying we're in Watford right now. Like, we're not. We're kind of near it if you go
if you went to Watford, we'd be pretty
and if
fucking
you went
close.
to Knotty Ash from my school, then you'd be in Knotty Ash, but you wouldn't be in it.
In fairness, my Google search also told me that you host a podcast with Paul Ince. Did you know about this?
Is this Wikipedia?
Yeah. And ChatGPT.
That's fantastic. We have a running joke on our podcast where whenever we're talking about someone, we like put a picture of them in here so people know what. And every time we do that, our producer, when they do the edit, they just put a picture of Paul Ince in. So there's just this running joke that like everything tastes like chicken. It's that everyone looks like Paul Ince. It's just this stupid long running joke.
Because I googled it and I saw that you have like Christmas jumpers with them. I was like, that must be how ChatGPT picked that up.
Yeah, we're selling Paul
It's
Ince
convinced that Paul Ince is on the show week to week.
But he is in a way. Like there's a photograph of him in most episodes.
He's a character. Does he know about this?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because it would be good to get Paul on to maybe
clear things up.
Yeah, like I thought about this a while ago. Should we get Paul Ince on? And then he crashed his car into a central reservation while he was drunk driving. And I was like, he probably now needs the money. We could get him to do a live show. Like, he's probably going to need...
Give him 50 quid.
Yeah. Here you go, Paul, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he's aware of it. I hope he is.
He must be,
He's
right?
the type of guy to Google himself, I reckon.
Yeah.
Definitely seen that before.
He's like, I host what?
Why Paul Ince specifically? Is there a reason it started out with him as opposed to another Manchester United midfielder?
I think maybe the first person we put a picture of in looked like Paul Ince. Whoever it was, I think someone went, fucking hell, it looks like Paul Ince. And then the next week we went, what about Ryan Reynolds? And he like, it looks like Paul Ince. Because he obviously didn't, and then that's where the joke came. But I think the first guy might have looked like Paul Ince.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I'm more of a cricket guy. I don't know if that's obvious. I'm not really sure what Paul Ince looks like. Is he a guy that looks like a lot of other people anyway? Or is he just a guy?
Well, no, he's got a very distinctive head, yeah.
Oh, right. So he doesn't look like anyone.
He's got a very lazy eye, and that's coming from me.
Right.
Like a really lazy eye.
So does he look like you?
I tell you what, I'm going to show you a picture of Paul Ince.
Please.
Because it's really quite funny that you have no concept of what he looks like, but you tell me whether you think I look like Paul Ince.
You might by default look more like Paul Ince than either of us do. But it's not really saying much.
This is a good game. Oh, he's black. I have no idea. I had no idea.
See, I knew you didn't know that, which is why I had to get that up. He is, yeah.
This is the lad that thought Dwight York and Andy Cole was the same person.
Yeah, I also thought Dwight York and Andy Cole were the same guy. I thought Andy Cole was smashing Casey Price.
He was the father of Harvey.
To be fair, they're closer than most people.
No. What you're doing? They're black.
No.
They're both United strikers.
They're both United strikers who played at the same time. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't think you were getting Ryan Giggs and David Beckham mixed up here, and they were both wingers who played for Man United at the same time.
Of course not. Of course, I'm not getting them mixed up. But it did surprise me because I was thinking of Scholes. I think this whole time I've been thinking about Paul Scholes.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
So I was expecting you to show me a picture of him.
Yeah, Paul Scholes has had a good couple of weeks.
Has he?
Yeah, he spoke about he's got us like a severely, I think it's like autistic son. And he spoke about that on the football podcast, and he's had like a lot of goodwill from their listeners and just the wider footballing and general community. Like, oh wow, and it's nice that because he needed that because
He fucking did.
because he's also got a daughter who like there was like he comments on his daughter's Instagram like, oh my god, you're fucking stunning. Like you know like when you go on like Twitter and there's like an OnlyFans star and there's like men with like selfie profile pictures who are like, I'd love to fuck you. You know them. It comes across like that on his own daughter's
Do you think he's actually just trying to be nice?
No, because he also
There was footage that was released of him sucking her toes.
yeah.
What? Hang on, have I not heard about this?
I don't know.
I know about the David Beckham kissing his kids on the lips thing, but I've never heard about this.
That's not weird to me. That one.
That's weird. What age though? Because if they're like fucking 25,
I
it's a
swear
bit
that kid
strange.
was about 15.
Yeah, I feel like that gets weird after you're about
they were
6.
only like. I think they were like pre-teen. I think.
I still wouldn't snog an 8-year-old to be
No,
totally
he wasn't snogging them. I wouldn't snog. I definitely, in fact, wouldn't snog. The younger you go, the worse that gets, actually. Like, there's no age where it's like, yeah.
That's
yeah.
actually true. It's better to snog an 8-year-old, isn't it? Like, it's probably better to...
I'm going to let you say that.
if you've got a child, it's probably better to kiss them on the lips if they're 3 than 8. But it's probably better to snog them if they're 8. Because at least then, you're just a nonce.
Yeah.
But you're not... you could be a bigger nonce.
Yeah, that's true.
So Scholes got a bad rep.
He does.
I don't think there's a single Man United player who doesn't have something going on. Because Giggsy had that whole... Remember, we had
His
that...
brother.
That love triangle
Yeah.
in midfield.
Well, here's the thing. Like, as a Liverpool fan,
Yeah.
it's quite interesting that, growing up, if you look at that United team, all the ones that had like a good PR, public facing reputation, Ryan Giggs was seen as like, oh, I'm the Wales' greatest ever player, and I'm just a really nice guy who plays in the left wing. And then Paul Scholes is like, this really quiet, unassuming central midfielder. David Beckham's on the right. He's like Mr. Britain. He's now a Sir. Like,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, David Beckham cheated on his wife a million times. Ryan Giggs cheated on his wife with his brother's missus, and Paul Scholes is sucking his daughter's feet. Like
Fucking Rio Ferdinand as well.
Fergie needs to get in the dressing room and give him a bollocking.
No, but like the only one that everyone hated back then was Roy Keane, and now everyone loves him. They've just had this post-career.
He was only signed
everyone's
one.
perception is flipped.
Yeah.
Apart, I suppose everyone still likes Beckham. Like
I was laughing during that anecdote because I just remembered that I asked you if you look like Paul Ince.
It is a bit harsh to
is
compare
what I think.
Scholes to all those fucking criminals whenever all he did was suck a few toes.
Yeah, you can't hate a man for having a passion. No, the guy's got a hobby.
yeah, but like, do you think? What do you think your missus would get? Have you got a missus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So what do you think your missus would get over quicker? You getting drunk and fucking someone, which I'm not saying is ever good,
Yeah.
or catching you sucking your daughter's toes.
Again, it depends on the age of the daughter. If the daughter's like
does it?
3,
No,
does it?
I can't disagree more with that.
not sucking, but you know how like parents will like fucking like blow like raspberries in their child's stomach or something.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
My
no,
favourite growing up.
At like 3, that's fine. But if you're still doing that whenever they've got a belly button piercing,
Yeah, no, I think she's got GCSEs, mate. And
Ah,
sucking
yeah.
her toes, like it's
yeah, nah, fuck that.
So you said you'd lump skulls in with them, like I actually think.
Yeah.
It might be worse.
And then Rio Ferdinand cheated on his dying wife who had cancer.
And then we also theorised that Dwight York did that shit that was on Katie Price's tummy that did the rounds on Twitter.
And we theorised that it was Harvey.
Oh yeah, it was Harvey.
That was a Harvey-sized shit.
Yeah, it was a big one. It looked like a lump of elephant dung. So you obviously, the podcast that you've been referring to in question, Have a Word, of course, features yourself, Dan Nightingale, and then some other guys as well.
Correct.
Who we tried to work out who it was. This is what we got: Carl,
Yeah.
the Turkish guy,
Yeah.
and the moustache guy.
Yeah.
It's a good summary, to be fair.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Are there any more guys we're forgetting about? Or?
There's a much like sort of wider extensive team, but like they're the on camera mic'd up members.
That's
of the show.
NWA.
Yeah.
And then they got a huge posse, but
yeah,
nobody
we've got
knows,
Jerry
but-
Heller somewhere else in the background, just running everything.
Yeah, right. Brilliant. You've actually been on record. This also came up in the Google, saying that you went to school with an enormous amount of murderers.
There's 7 convicted murderers
Seven.
from my year.
Jesus.
How big's your year?
Like 250, 300 kids.
That's an
That is
insane
a mad
ratio.
It's
conversion
great,
rate.
isn't it?
Because my year was, well, he wasn't even in my year, so that's a shit stat.
Yeah.
Can't even compare across the generations like that. I've got one confirmed
Murderer.
murderer.
Oh, wow.
How many you got?
There wasn't a murderer, but there was someone in my school that basically his uncle ran into the local barbers and shot himself in the head. And then after that, he came into school really fucked up and he was writing out like death lists of who he wanted to kill in the year and shit like that. Never went through it though.
It's a good place to blow your own head off, though, isn't it? Because
I thought
they're
it was
already going to have to clean the floor in a minute.
You'd be
Like,
fuming if you were mid-trim though.
I don't know, like, just, like the barbershop I go to, they'd just be like, leave that, we'll deal with that in a minute. Like,
To be fair, they don't even
You get
clean
the
up.
apprentice to brush it up.
it is a good school. It's just, we got a bit unlucky with the numbers, you know? We're just...
You got incredibly unlucky, man.
Have you got anyone that went on to be like an Olympic athlete or anything?
Yeah,
It's
have
just
you got
all
any winners?
murderers.
Our school's home to a lot of... so it's Cardinal Heenan Catholic Sports College. And the reason it's...
Love it.
The
Shouts out
reason
you
it's
guys.
got that sort of title now is because of the amount of sport and talent there is. So, like... the really big names are Stephen Gerrard, Paddy the Baddie, like Paddy Pimblett. He went to our school. He's like 3 years below me.
Do you remember him in school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he a prodigy at that time? Because what's
he was just
interesting,
known as Dead Hard. Like,
Yeah.
right? What's
He-
interesting to me is like he kind of just looks like a guy. Like he doesn't really look like a top level athlete,
yeah, totally.
but he's
Yeah.
still like he's a bit like Tom Brady. You know how you ever watched him play?
I think you might be the first person who's ever compared them, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. as in like he's probably the worst athlete on his team. Like it's,
I think you're so wrong about Tom Brady there. I think he's the best athlete on his team.
no, he's technically sound, but like he's the slowest runner. He's
I
like
see what- yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
looks like a bloke.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, totally. They went there, and then there's a lot of sort of like B names to that as well. Like there was a footballer called David Nugent who played for like Preston and
Oh, I've seen
Portsmouth?
it.
England.
Was
and
he in a
stuff.
documentary about England's shittest footballers?
Very possible.
Yeah, I
He
think
had one England cap, didn't he?
One
he,
England.
he,
cap.
he tapped one in off the line, right?
Yeah. I think he scored. Yeah,
yeah. I watched a documentary, England's shittest 11, and he was in it.
Yeah. Well, him.
Yeah.
The boxer David Price, who for a good while when they were coming up, it was like him and Tyson Fury. When are they going to fight? David's from Liverpool, Tyson's from Manchester. This is like the big clash to me.
Yeah.
And you know he did really well at Olympic level and when he first went professional, but then he sort of just
Dipped
he,
off.
he never stayed with Fury's like ability and rise. So that rivalry sort of disappeared. I don't think they ever actually fought. I seen him last week in the Taylors, and he's like 6'7", and he was getting pants taken up, and I was like, "Where did you find these? Who's stocking pants that are too big
He's
for a
nicked,
6'7"?
he's nicked them off the BFG.
But yeah, there's a lot of sporting heritage, and then there's a lot of comedians who, like, even Tony Carroll, who is the co-host of the Hot Water Green Room podcast with Jamie Hutchinson. He went to our sixth form for a bit.
If you like what you're listening to and you're craving even more outrageous, cancelable banter, head on over to the Radio Rufus Patreon for exclusive, unfiltered bonus episodes and extra content every single week. It's just £3 a month. Make sure you buy it through the website instead of the app to save you money and make us money, because Apple takes a cheeky cut.
And then there's other people who you probably won't know. Pete McCall, Tony Simpson, Lewis Calvert, Jake Mills. are all people who went on to do stand-up to a fairly decent level and got paid to do it.
Yeah.
Who all went to our school. It's such a weird mix of...
I thought Tony Carroll was the drummer from Oasis.
I couldn't tell you.
I think that's also his name.
I couldn't tell you. I know the two main guys.
Yeah.
Bonehead.
Yeah.
Because they talk about him a lot.
The other guys, I mean,
Yeah.
what shit cunts.
Yeah.
I would love to be a bassist in one of those bands.
I'd love to be the drummer in Arctic Monkeys now. 'Cause
Why?
he's got fucking no work to do.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah. It's just been tinkling on the piano for the past 3 albums. So you got 7 murderers. Is it 7 confirmed frags? One each or
What's a frag?
kill? Like,
Um,
have you got any?
Oh, do you know the full body count across the
no,
7?
I don't know the full stats on it. I couldn't even name them all. I also probably wouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're convicted murderers. But
Yeah, you think they might get a bit upset about it.
yeah. So, and do you know what's really really funny is you sort of forget, like when it's just us three talking in a room like this, you forget that there's 50,000 people going to listen to an episode or whatever. And stuff just gets back to people. And we do it all the time. We've learned a lot of lessons on Have a Word with this. But especially within Liverpool, things just get back to people. Like there was a lad in our school. So like, with paddles like exploded now, right? The school I went to, on the school playground, they had what they called short tennis courts drawn out. And they look quite similar to a paddle court in that the boxes that you serve into it at the back of the court rather than at the front of it.
Yeah.
And there's no perspex behind you. So you serve underarm with a wooden paddle bat to the back. So we played that on the schoolyard every day, before school, at break time, at lunchtime, and after school. It was like the school's like own sport sort of thing. It's a very old English game. And at the end of every year, there was a school-wide short tennis tournament. So every year group would play each other, and then the 4 or 5 winners or whatever it was, I don't know how they did the actual sort of final tree. The winners from each year would play off, and you'd have a chance to win the entire school tennis tournament. And there was and you trying to come up with interesting, funny, offensive stories when you first start podcasting and stuff. This is true. There was a lad in our school, and this time I won't name him. But he
knows who he is.
He played in the short tennis tournament against the Down syndrome kid who was in our year, and he got beat like quite handily as well.
I'm going to try not to laugh at that.
Yeah, it's fine, but it happened. And,
How do you lose that?
well, do you know how it was like a home game for the Down syndrome kids? Do you know what I mean? Like the whole
the
school's
support behind
really behind them, and every shot the guy's having, he's getting booed. He lost, and James, the Down syndrome lad who won, gets made a hero. He then obviously gets beat quite handily, easily in the next round. But we told this story and named the James and the other guy early on Have a Word.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen this guy since year 10 of school.
Yeah.
And he got in touch and was like, "Can you please delete the latest episode of your podcast? I don't want." A friend of mine sent me it. I don't want the whole world knowing that. In year 9.
Oh, who cares?
He needs to
Get
fucking
over
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I didn't accept the message request.
Yeah.
I imagine a Down syndrome chap playing tennis would have a play style a bit like Andy Roddick. I don't know if you guys watch much tennis, but
Power.
as in, big,
It's all in the serve.
big first serve.
Yeah.
They had,
Freakishly strong.
in my school, they had sports day every year, but then they had one for people that were special needs as well. But there was one lad in that class that was just a bit slow, and he was doing the 100 meters against people that had Down syndrome, that had proper physical disabilities.
Yeah.
And he got like 5 gold medals.
Yeah.
I was thinking, this cannot happen.
It's like when you watch the Paralympics and someone's got no legs and someone's got like half an ear missing. You're like, they can't be racing. Like, this is not fair.
We watched someone last year on this show that it was the ping pong. There was a fella that had a knee brace. The other lad had no arms. He was playing with his mouth.
He's holding a bat in his mouth.
How did he get on though? Did he get beat?
Oh,
But he was he would smoke all of us. He was surprisingly good for using his mouth.
Yeah.
I think like we can laugh at that guy. I think I might lose to the Down syndrome guy playing tennis, especially,
more than likely.
especially with all the ultras behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they wear as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like a fucking Galatasaray match, to be honest with you. Like,
He planted the flag in the middle of the pitch.
To be honest, when you listed out all the people from your school, I think Stevie G cancels out 7 murderers, doesn't he? Like,
He definitely cancels out David Nugent.
There's others as well that I literally can't remember. But like, if you go in, like the school's sort of being rebuilt and stuff now. They knocked down like this really beautiful old school and built like a really modern one, and I actually fucking hate it. But like when you go back now, they attach to the school is like a load of 5-a-side pitches that the school own and use, but of an evening you can just hire them like you can a normal sports centre.
Yeah.
So I've been back to the school grounds a few times, and as you go into the entrance now, they've got like this sport hall of fame with all the former sportsmen.
well,
who
that
worked for the
Down
school.
syndrome kid got to be in there, right?
He absolutely should be.
Him, then Stevie G.
Yeah.
Just a crowd of people.
It's
holding them up.
incredible being Steven Gerrard and being the second best athlete out of your own school.
Do you know what's interesting as well? So one of the PE teachers when I was there, obviously, when I was at school, Steven Gerrard is at the peak of his career.
Yeah,
like he's the guy, and then we're at the school he went to, and his old PE teacher still worked there, and they said if he decided not to become a footballer, he could have been one of the best tennis players on the planet. Like he was just absurdly good at tennis as well.
I would like to see a Scouse tennis player. I don't think there's been one.
To what level?
You know,
There's got to be a Scouser on the tour.
in relevant tennis, you know. Imagine, like, I'd like to see a Scouser win Wimbledon.
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
Yeah, because that would be because we've had basically posh people and one moody Scot, and like that's basically it.
Yeah, that is true.
And we claim him, but he's not really.
Yeah, well,
he's
if
not
there
that
was
English.
if there was a Scottish
No,
tennis
he's
player,
not English.
Yeah.
I was about to say he wouldn't claim you.
No, we claim him. He's ours, of course.
He's fucking like doing that. To be fair,
Imagine Steve on the court they interview you after he's won Wimbledon.
yeah.
No emotion from Stevie G. He's just on there
Is it
like
good to win?
yeah, of course. He sounds so out of place. That would be great. Yeah.
There was someone in my school as well that actually did kill someone, but it's sort of similar to what you were saying about it getting back really quick. And I know that he just got out of prison, so I don't want to. I want to just keep my cards
Wait, he
close
killed
to my
someone and
chest.
he got out of prison now.
Yeah, I think there was some sort of grounds that he got out on. It was like 2014 it happened.
My one, year below me actually, he committed this murder while he was still a minor, so they couldn't publish his name for a bit. But I mean,
Do you want to?
we all knew. He got a life sentence, but I'm not risking it.
He got a life sentence even though he was a minor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Must have been a fucking bad one.
It was a bad one. He was 17. He was always a messed up.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He was always a messed up kid. A lot of people say when they have known murderers that he was all, say he was a quiet one. Couldn't always tell. This kid was a cop.
Yeah.
You knew it was going to be him.
There's a couple of, on the 7 from our school, there's like 2 or 3 where I was like, fuck off. And then the rest you're like,
Yeah. There's a lad that moved in. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere in Ireland, so the house behind me for years was just empty. But then someone moved in that was a year above me, and I was thinking, class, someone to go for a kickabout with, someone to fucking play a bit of PlayStation with. And I think it was maybe a week after he moved in, there was like a lane in between our house, and we were just over fucking about in it. We found this frog. And we're like, oh, class, we'll share this between the houses. We'll name it. We're like, right, we've got a pet frog, Fred. 2 seconds later, after naming it, he got a rock and just repeatedly bashed it to death. And I was thinking, like, if he doesn't end up in one of these stories at some stage, it's a surprise.
it's the start of Dexter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you were just playing FIFA with Jeffrey Dahmer.
But then I was that stuck for friends in the country. The next day, he asked me if I wanted to do crossbar challenge. I was like,
He's latent, isn't he? He's just waiting for
He's a
his
dormant
urge
volcano.
to come back.
Yeah. He's like Mount Vesuvius. Just biding his time. Yeah. My guy, he stabbed his grandma 17 times.
Fuck his grandma.
His own grandma. Just if you
What was she wearing though?
Well, she was in the bar.
I'm being a dick. I'm victim blaming.
Well, I mean, you've got a point. Nothing. She was in the bath. So
it's fucking. Not only did he have to see his granny naked to
I
do
think
this,
that might be the worst bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she was a pillar of the local community. Like she ran a very popular restaurant
yeah.
where I'm from. So like she was well known. She was a big presence. Did a lot for local charities and stuff. So it was in all the papers.
Yeah.
Just everyone knew about it.
I feel like, even if she was a quiet, unassuming woman who did fuck all for the community, if you get
Probably
stabbed
be on the
17
paper.
times in the bath, it would have made the paper.
Yeah.
I feel like my granny's got the sort of stature where she could tank at least 10 or 12 stab wounds.
You got the same build as your granny, yeah?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like a stronger version of me.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, she's fucking sturdy.
yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
I've got a classic granny.
Just really thin, knits,
Yeah, exactly.
body shames you.
Veiny, like thin skin, and you can see the veins through it.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like she could be in like a horror film.
Okay, let's not.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Like the woman who tells him to shush in Shutter Island.
Oh, fuck, she's terrifying.
When he's on his way into Shutter Island, she goes, shh, is that your nan?
People always used to tell me growing up.
Is your nan the woman from Shutter Island?
I haven't seen that film, so
You haven't seen Shutter Island?
I don't know whether she's in it or not.
He is a pretentious film, bro. If it's not black and white, he doesn't want to know.
I like silent films.
You don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Birth of a Nation.
Go on to his
You
letterbox.
like people thinking you're the type of person who likes that. You don't actually like it.
No, I love. Apart from American Pie 2, love that film. But
Not even the first
no,
one.
the second one's better. Everyone knows that. The second one's way better. Woo! The Stiffmeister's coming back to East Grey Falls, baby. Yeah. He super glues his dick to his hand. Hilarious.
I've seen all the I've seen the first 2 or 3. That's a controversial opinion, I've said this before and it gets me in trouble, and it's the right time of year to bring it back. I don't know when this will go out, but
Bring it up.
have you seen the Home Alones?
Yeah.
The best Home Alone is Home Alone 3.
No, because they got a new kid in. So I
And
don't
that's
believe-
why, because Macaulay Culkin is annoying and he's not as good as the kid who plays Alex in Home Alone 3. It's a better story. Also, the bad guys in Home Alone 3, do you know what a confabulated memory is? Where you've got like a real memory, but it's not real. Like
Yeah.
it's like a memory that your brain's like
Oh,
sort of
right,
misruns
yeah.
and altered, but it's solid and it's there.
Yeah.
The council house that I grew up in. So the first sort of couple of years of my life, I lived in my granddad's with me mum and dad. Because they just didn't have a proper house. And then when we had my little brother, they were like, right, we've got to actually get a fucking house here. And the people who showed us round that house, in my memory, are the bad guys from Home Alone 3.
Like, does that make you like the film more? Would you say?
Fucking sure it would.
Like in my head,
Right.
Mr. Yernigan and the rest of the bad guys from Home Alone 3 showed us round the council house in Dovecot. Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it, to be fair. This is going out like first week of December, so perfect timing.
Class.
Yeah. Right. We got a few more points here. You are going on tour, but unfortunately, it's so far in advance that it's almost not worth promoting it. But we can do a little bit if you want to.
Yeah. Let's just promote it.
Yeah. Fascism. It's called Fascism. Autumn 2026.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Fashionism. It's called
Fashionism.
It's called
There you
Fashionism. Is it a pun
Sort of, yeah.
on fascism?
Yeah, well, again, there's a running joke on Have a Word, and it's not really a joke anymore, that I am really into fashion.
Yeah.
And I am.
Well,
And it started as...
Clearly. I mean, look at it.
you know what I mean? Like a little cardigan, you know?
the-
You're
the-
definitely the best dressed here.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a low
yeah.
bar. Very low bar.
And the show's sort of like I've been working on the show for about a year and just like really taking it slow, and it's not starting for another year, but it's sort of becoming about divisiveness and misunderstanding and stuff. And it's just I needed a word, and I picked that.
I like
one.
the pun.
I love divisiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is everyone's like the world's so divided? It's like it should be.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
cool.
sure it should be.
I love a bit of discontent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Love a bit of fisticuff. Oh, I don't like you.
Just like if we're all in the pub and we're all just nodding and agreeing and like
Yeah.
whatever, you should be able to disagree and have that conversation rather than just being you disagree with me, you big fat horrible twat. Like it just doesn't have to go to awfulness.
One
straight
thing
away.
that I completely forget, and I didn't get to experience, or sorry, completely like regret not getting to experience a lot of was, see, like 90s, early 2000s and stuff, where Wi-Fi was probably just about coming in. I remember being up at my uncle's house one time, and him and my cousin were arguing for about 3 hours about something that nowadays someone would just Google.
So yeah, I know what you mean. And there's a comedian called Garrett Millerich who is fantastic, and he had this routine in one of his previous shows, and I think the album's on Spotify. I can't remember which one it is, but it was about being in the pub and someone talking about they'd gone to see Rick Astley or Chesney Hawkes. Who's I Am the One and Only.
Not Rick
Chesney
Astley.
Hawkes.
Yeah,
I
must
haven't
be.
listened to any music.
And someone had gone to see him at like uni, and he didn't sing the chorus to the big song at the end. Like 2 hours of waiting around for him to do this thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't really understand why. And someone else was like, I went to see him a couple of years ago and it was the same thing. And there was a fella in the pub who was like, oh, here's the thing. A billionaire bought the rights to that song. And as part of his deal for buying it, he barred Chesney Hawkes from ever singing it again. He's the only man on the planet who can't sing that song. And Garrett makes a brilliant, like, sort of joke. You know, the lyrics are, I am the one and only, you can't take that away from me. It's such a good bit of stand-up. But the whole point of the bit, and why I don't fit, like, and you should go and listen to it and watch it, is we didn't check because we couldn't. And he begs his audience that night, please don't Google that after the show. Just go and live in the world where that's true. Like, and I've never Googled it. And I'm never going to.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I want to believe that there's a billionaire who did that.
100%.
There's no fucking way that's true. Let's be real.
Oh, shut up.
Someone will
Rufus.
comment on this video, but I'd rather not know. It's the same as we were in uni and we were just sitting in the house bored one night where we couldn't afford to drink and we were just finding stupid things to argue about. And Pumped Up Kicks came on the speaker and I was like, oh, that's a class tune. Then I says, oh, have you ever heard the original? And they're like, what the fuck are you on about? And I was like, oh, Teenage Kicks by the Undertones. I was convinced in my head that just because they had kicks in it, there was it was like a cover of the song. It's not at all even similar to it.
Yeah, completely.
And I
different song.
love both songs individually, but in my head, at some point in my life, I made that connection. And then someone Googled it and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's about the school shoes of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like to bring that up sometimes. Like nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, I was hoping you didn't know.
I was also gonna say that.
And do you know
What
Kirsty
said.
McCall died in a speedboat accident?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Terrible. Fuck. Yeah.
Radio Rufus merch is now live, so if you need some top-tier garms for your neaky granny or your swaggy cousin, it's the perfect thing to buy. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, hats, anything you could ever want. Buy it for the local nitty, if you really have to. Radio Rufus merch, now available, ships everywhere.
Was there a point that you remember looking back on it where you actually were like, right, I'm actually going to start dressing good and stop looking like a fucking...
You need to tell Jamie Hutchinson at some point.
to catch on?
You can't ruin Jamie. Like, Jamie can't be coached. Jamie can't be taught. Jamie's had one compromise in his entire life, and that was his missus.
Cocaine thing, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just, you can get rid of one thing. And she was like, right, you can't do coke. And he's like, I think he gets to do it a couple of times, like on his birthday and stuff.
He got bank holidays as well, he was saying, I think.
He's,
It's a big May for him
but
because there's two bank
if
holidays.
Jamie, like, got shredded and, like,
It wouldn't work.
started dressing well, you'd be like, what are you doing? No.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to die at 50, and that's going to be a good run, and we all just have to enjoy Jamie until then.
How old is he?
17. I don't know.
He could be.
He could be 23 or he could be 42. It could be.
No,
any
he
of those.
looks ancient, mate.
Yeah.
He's fucking amazing.
But he's one of the people he's looked the same since I first seen him 6 years ago.
Yeah. He's like genuinely, like, you know, every comedian likes to think they're properly authentic and true to themselves on stage, at least in some
Really?
way. At least in some way, no one's more that than Jamie.
Yeah,
like that's Jamie. It's like a sort of clowning version of who he actually is.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like everything he's presenting himself as,
He is.
it is like there's no pretense. That's Jamie Hutchinson.
Do you pretend a bit?
I think I've got better at not. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a proud fraud.
Oh really?
Yeah, I take pride in putting on a show and being.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when you started doing this accent when we started recording.
Yeah, I know.
You speak so different off camera.
I'm actually Jamaican.
It's usually that accent that gets us in fucking trouble.
Yeah. There was a point in my life when I was doing more Jamaican than normal, I would say.
Probably.
Yeah. Now, Indian's my latest thing.
I like a good Turkish me.
This guy.
Like a kebab
looks-
shop,
He
boss
looks,
man.
he looks
Yeah.
Turkish.
Yeah.
I'll do it just in the house on my own.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be cooking and be like, making my dinner, mate. It's going
Yeah.
to have like little fucking chicken fried rice, mate.
Yeah,
I'll,
nice.
like just to myself. It's great.
My
give
dad thinks accents are the funniest thing ever.
They are.
So we just did
we only spoke in India. We went on a lads trip, me and him,
You and your dad?
me and my dad,
That's cute, isn't it?
to Azerbaijan. And we just did.
What do you think they were doing in Azerbaijan?
I've got no fucking idea.
We were watching Formula One, but
The Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
yeah, they got one now.
Hey,
Those sneaky fuckers found a bit of oil out there, and now they've got a Grand Prix.
class.
Yeah, I know.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Good for Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan's great. It's like one of those countries that's still enough Soviet Union that all the streets are really clean.
In my head, it's very Albania-y.
No, it's much better than Albania.
That's the country I most regularly get accused of looking like I'm from. I got stopped by a fella in the park the other day, like this homeless fella, and I was thinking, right, does he just want change? Does he want maybe a bit of food? He stopped me to tell me that he too was Albanian and to ask me what part of the country I'm from. I'm like, I am fucking Irish.
I see it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I look like the type of cunt that chases you down the strip trying to sell you shit on holiday.
There's a lot of Americans struggle with my accent, and
I struggle with it a bit.
yeah, but like you can like I can see that you can understand me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I'm in a comedy club, like in New York, and I get talking to another few comics, like sometimes they're having to like lean in and really concentrate to listen.
His dad, no clue what was going on. I was speaking
Yeah.
to this guy for 3 days. I was just yes-anding everything.
He didn't even know his name until I told him the other day.
Well, he kept...
And his name is the same as mine.
yeah, I hadn't got a fucking clue. Well, he mumbled it out at some point.
He does. He comes from a family of mumblers.
Yeah.
Like they would, like, if you actually started just enunciating a bit, they'd be like, "Oh, the fucking posh prick."
Oh, moved to London, has he?
Yeah.
Works
Oh.
in media, does he?
All I get in home for Christmas.
Right, let's move on to the news now. We've got some important stories. Adam, do you have a favourite murderer? You don't have to pick someone from your school. It could be anyone. Mine's Ted Bundy. Just going to whack that out there.
What's Eileen? What's her name?
Eileen Drury.
The prostitute one. The woman who was a prostitute who killed the men.
That's pretty cool, to be fair. I'm not sure of her name.
There was a film years ago, like that series is now called Monster on Netflix.
Yeah.
There was a movie called Monster, and she was played by Charlize Theron, and it's one of the most fucking ridiculous like transformations you'll ever see. Charlize Theron's one of the most beautiful women to ever live, and the way they sort of do it up to look like this, like unfortunate looking prostitute.
Yeah.
But like she was killing people who were trying to like sexually assault her. So people would pay her to be a prostitute and then, or like refuse to pay and then like just were really awful to her.
Yeah.
And she started carrying a gun and she was like, I'm just going to kill anyone who tries to violate me at all.
That's pretty sweet.
And then she eventually was like convicted, but like she got through some numbers like.
So I've got a friend with a bit too much money, and he very generously told me he wanted to financially support the show, but he doesn't have anything to promote. So he asked if we could please promote a charity in his place. It was an incredibly kind act, but he didn't say which charity. So I've gone for 15 Square. It's a charity that specializes in information, education, and advice for men without a foreskin. Obviously, this is very close to my heart after my traumatic circumcision in a Thai hospital at Christmas 2016.
That is such an irresponsible allocation of those funds that he generously donated. I'm actually angry.
And I thought, am I ethically okay with accepting money for promoting a charity? Yes. Well, I'm not donating the money we're getting for this ad read to the charity, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck it then. That's fine.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to announce that this episode of the show is brought to you by 15 Square. They offer support to men who have been physically or psychologically affected by circumcision, like myself, as well as those who are close to people who have been affected, like you. We also assist men and parents who wish to avoid resorting to unnecessary circumcisions for medical issues. I think I went in with a toothache, so... So I think that was pretty unnecessary, if you ask me. So if you've had your chap snipped and you're unhappy about it, or you want to support others who have, get your wallet out and donate to 15 Square today. Save our foreskins. Link in the description. Now back to the show.
I also kind of like the not fan of his work, but I do like the story of the Yorkshire Ripper getting caught.
Yeah, great documentary.
Do you know what happened?
No.
So they're looking for Peter Sutcliffe for years, and he's like sort of attacking and killing women in Yorkshire and whatever, and he gets pulled over by the police for like not indicating or speeding or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets out the car and like they're sort of breathalyzing him and stuff, and he goes, "Can I just go and have a piss on that tree?" And the policeman goes, "Yeah, go on." He goes to the tree and he comes back, and the policeman's just like, and he walks over to see that he just piss on the tree, and he threw a hammer on the floor, and the policeman come over and went to him, "You're the York Ripper, aren't you?" And he went, "Yeah."
Fair play to him.
That is class.
At least he didn't try and bullshit his way out of it.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah.
But that's usually probably just relieved to get it off his chest.
Yeah. He's just like, "Thank fuck, just take me away."
I love a good confession because like lots of serial killers want to be caught. They want a bit of press. They want a bit
Yeah,
of
like at the
publicity.
very least, he could have fucking threw the hammer a bit.
Yeah, just
Instead
like
of
away.
just setting it, yeah.
Yeah, but like I think he had to convince them he was having a piss. Like if he goes behind a tree and
then
then they
just
see a
fucking-
hammer, just fly up from behind.
He flies it past them.
Yeah, well, a lot of serial killers and people who think they've like figured the world out and that they're better than everyone and genuine psychopaths and sociopaths. They want to show the world, look how much more intelligent than you all I am.
yeah.
That's a big part of it, isn't it? So they'll eventually do something that gets them caught, so they can be like, "I got caught, but look at my work."
Yeah.
There was a show on Apple TV with Taron Egerton. I think it was called Blackbird. Is it Ed Kemp or something, the serial killer?
Edmund Kemper
Yeah.
killed his mum.
He was creepy as fuck.
Creepy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've got them. This might be the most mundane serial killer of all time. Like the most boring. Why would you kill them? Sort of story. Because sometimes serial killing can be exciting. This is like serial killing if it was sort of admin. So, a man in Germany has attempted to take the title of most evil German of all time. Tough. Lots of competition there. So he's been sentenced to life in prison after murdering 10 and trying to murder 27 others. That's a terrible hit rate.
That's really bad.
I don't know if
So,
it is.
so many. That's like Darwin Núñez. Like so,
It's like David Nugent.
yeah, so many shots off target.
If a Premier League striker took 37 shots and scored 10 goals, that's clinical.
Yeah, to be fair.
I would say.
Different game though, isn't it? It's hard to compare.
Yeah, you got a good point. Yeah.
So the motive of these killings, basically what he would do is he was a nurse and he would slip old men a million painkillers, basically. So sort of Harold Shipman tactics. I'm not sure if you're aware of him. Yeah. It's basically, he used to do night shifts and he was like, "Fuck me, my workload's massive." So he just used to murder fools. So he tried to kill 37 people just so he could have it a bit easier at work. Which, I've taken breaks at work before.
Yeah. Like
Everybody
we've
takes
all
liberties
cut
at some point.
corners, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's bad news if anyone out there has a German grandpa who's died recently, because this guy's been doing it since 2007.
And also, you never know how many people he's killed that they haven't sort of clocked.
Yeah.
Just loves giving old people morphine, this guy. Loves it. Can't stop it. Just die.
It's only, though, if you think about it, it's only like 2 attempts a year since then.
Yeah, but these are like,
The ones that they know about.
these are
yeah.
the confirmed kills. Like, these are this sort of Pele situation. We don't really know about the goals.
Yeah, it's
He
true.
was killing people in his own back garden, still adding them to his
Fucking
numbers.
stat padding.
I love the idea that I might not know who Harold Shipman is. I've got a Harold Shipman Christmas bauble.
Yeah, I didn't want to assume, because if you bring it up and people don't know, you look a bit weird. I love Harold Shipman. Yeah, I think he's one of the greats. But he was a stat padder. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Tap-ins.
But-
Tap-in major.
But yeah, but I'm really, he's sort of the Lineker of the game, isn't he?
I started because
Fox in the box.
I'm moving back to Ireland in a couple of months, so a lot of the stuff in my flat, I can't bring it home because it's like so expensive.
What has this got to do with Harold Shipman?
Listen, you'll find out. I basically started, like, if I'm doing the dishes or something and there's a lot of shit sitting, I'll just like throw a fork or a spoon into the bin now.
Yeah.
So I can understand where he's coming from. Just make it a bit easier on myself. I can't bring them home anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So that's your equivalent of murdering elderly Germans.
It's just streamlining the process a bit.
Yeah,
There was I was on
That's
tour
a-
a couple of years ago when I lived in the city centre of Liverpool, and I'm really bad domestically anyway. Like I'm just not good at like being.
You're more of an international player.
yeah. I just can't do. I just haven't got it in me to be like, oh, there's some dishes. Well, I should do them then.
Yeah.
Like that's just not who I am. And I'd let I'd used every pot and pan and every plate and every bit of cutlery, and they were all dirty.
Yeah,
And I come home from tour, went to bed, woke up the next day and looked at the kitchen. I was like, oh my God. I just threw everything in the bin and bought new stuff.
Yeah. I
It
think
was so much easier than just...
Yeah. And you know what it was? It was 2 forks that were used for bolognese like 2 nights before. It takes like 5 minutes to scrub that shit off.
Yeah.
So I was just like, nah.
I would feel wrong throwing a fork in the bin. I'd be there thinking
There's
about
so
it,
many
like,
forks in that fucking drawer.
yeah,
though.
but kids in Africa could have eaten that fork. Like, come on, it's just so wasteful. It feels so bad.
That's not what's going to happen if you don't throw it in the bin. Like that, it's not like that. They're not your options. The option aren't bin or African child. It's dirty spoon in your sink or bin.
Yeah, I know. So, Happy Mondays.
Yes.
So obviously they were on a load of drugs the whole time, which means they weren't really doing the washing up.
Yeah.
But when they ran out of plates and stuff at home, what they used to do is Bez used to run a bath, and then they would put all the plates and stuff in the bath, and then put a load of put a load of sort of bubble bath in it.
Yeah.
And just sort of get in the bath and then just scrub it all around until they were
It's the
sort
first dishwasher.
Yeah.
It's an
it
OG
basically is a dishwasher.
It's just a large dishwasher.
They would do that, and then they would they would get it all done in one go.
Not a
Yeah,
bad
It's like
idea.
a jumbo dishwasher. Right, let's move on to. It's good we brought up Africa because we're going over to African news now, and it's bad news, I'm afraid. Well, it usually is, to be fair, but bad news for African TikTokers today. So, Cabby Lame can watch out. That guy, we've all seen him. You know what I'm talking about.
I have got no idea.
You definitely
I
will
think he's
recognize
the
him.
most followed TikToker of all time.
What's his name?
Cabby Lame. He
I don't
doesn't
even know what he does. I just know he's fucking massive.
Yeah.
How
But-
do I spell cabby?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I think it's Khaby, but don't quote
Cubby
me on-
Lane.
Yeah. 200 billion followers. Or something.
Oh, I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeky, silent guy.
Yeah.
It does kind of sound like a place a taxi rank would be at.
Cabby Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Al Qaeda operatives in Mali have killed a TikTok influencer in a public execution. I think first ever TikToker to be publicly executed. Don't quote me on that.
For crimes against content.
Well, we'll see.
Could
We'll
happen more often.
we'll get on to what they did because I don't think it necessarily warrants a public execution.
Is Charlie Kirk not kind of a TikToker? Well, he has a TikTok account.
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't know when this happened, so it's close. It's a toss
Could have
up.
been before him.
We'll have to go back to the tapes. It might be a photo finish. But this is a quote from the mayor of Timbuktu, and I promise you that's true.
There's been never a more fake sounding job in fucking history.
Most people think Timbuktu is a fake place. I promise you it's a real place. It's in Mali. It's a lovely town of 12,000 people.
It sounds like the type of job like your parents would make up to tell the villagers that you've got rather than saying you work in comedy.
Yeah. He's the mayor
Oh,
of
Aidan,
Timbuktu.
he's the mayor of Timbuktu, actually.
See, every time I go home, my granda will still say to me, it wouldn't matter. I could go home and be like, I made fucking 100 grand last month. Never will happen. But he would still be like, oh, you need to go into the trades. You need to go and get a trade. I'm like, I'm not going into the trades at this stage. But he's absolutely disgusted that I work with computers.
I don't think it's possible to do stuff like this and then go into the trades. You just, like, because you'd be counting, like, the hours that you're putting in them, lifting stuff up and listening to someone who's your actual boss going, fucking do that. I can't.
Yeah.
I have none of those skills. I would be immediately bummed as soon as I entered a building site.
They don't usually bum you.
I think that says a lot about my upbringing. I just assumed as soon as we get
Your family's that posh, they have equated building sites with prison.
Yeah.
This is how sort of ignorant I am, right? This is how stupid I am as well. I kind of, because obviously we've never met before, but I've seen a lot of your stuff in this online. Yeah. I kind of expected it to be a bit of a character, but it's not, is it? This
really,
is who
no.
you are.
No, not really. Yeah.
It's really you.
Yeah, no, I went to those schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad.
I've done, well, not all of it.
He's done some fucking hard graft in his time, though. We did 2 weeks in a cocktail bar once.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
9 months, actually. I was shaking drinks for the. It was quite a top end place.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Your fucking dad owned it.
Once I built a chair as well a couple of weeks ago. So.
He did. He built one of those computer chairs, and we were screwing it in with
I thought you meant like from scratch, then like craftsmanship. What you mean is you opened the box from IKEA.
and assembled it. But he was like screwing it in. He was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this?" He was doing it for about 5 minutes. He hadn't a fucking screw in it.
I was just like sort of wiping the Allen key around the hole. Yeah. So that was good. Anyway, back to Africa. So the young TikTok user, her name is Mariam Cisse, so maybe related to Papis, we don't know. She was abducted by armed men on Friday from the weekly market. And then the following day at dusk, the men brought her back to the town square and executed her in front of a crowd. So a rough weekend there for Mariam Cisse. Now, members of the Al-Qaeda affiliate, Jama'at Nusra al-Islam wa al-Muslimin, or JNIM for their short name, which sounds like a bit like a boy band, I thought. Like, they could be on top of the pops, couldn't they? JNIM.
Fucking easy, yeah. There's definitely a Janum reunion tour coming.
Yeah. Sort of ironic, but people are loving it. Like, so busted.
Yeah. It's like people go to Pitbull just to wear the ball cap and fuck about.
Yeah, people go here wearing the sort of, well, I don't really want to say, but so they're one of Africa's deadliest jihadist groups. But they dropped in 2017, so it's really been a meteoric rise for them. Sort of
Like fucking Wrexham.
Yes, a bit like the Wrexham of Al Qaeda. Adam, do you want to have a go at what her crime was? Do you think? What do you think would get you publicly executed in Mali?
In Mali, is Mali an Islamic country? Is that why Al Qaeda are bobbing around?
It's up there.
Okay. Getting her tits out to try and barter at the market.
No,
It's a great shout, though.
no. It's a great shout. I think that would get you a discount.
Did that work for you in Turkey?
What is showing a bit of nip at the bazaar? Yeah. No, she posted a picture of herself wearing a military uniform. Who are the ops? Those are the ops. You know.
She wasn't a part of the military.
No, she's not in the military. She was just wearing. Well, she's basically wearing a bit of vintage fashion, as far as I can tell.
But she supports the military.
It doesn't say that. So that's
I think
not
she
really
probably just found a nice jacket at the market by the looks of it. Like,
exactly. She's
was
just
gonna
wearing a
say-
bit of camo.
Is
Yeah.
it kind of the same as like wearing a fucking your team's football jersey to go watch them?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, Mali probably has football teams as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they're not very good. They don't make it out of the Champions League group.
I can't imagine like my grandparents watching the news with a balaclava on. So it's
What
probably
has
not
that got to do with this?
Well, comparing it to the wearing like the uniform that they support.
Oh right, yeah. Because their team.
News is starting, Gail.
She's got 150,000 followers, which is about the same number as you.
Yeah.
On Instagram. So,
Yeah.
so about the same.
Well, I've still got the opportunity to get some more now.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? So
Oh, her numbers will
win.
skyrocket now that she's dead.
She must be the biggest TikToker in Timbuktu. That's crazy numbers for Timbuktu.
That's a hell of a sentence, isn't it? There's so many T's and K's in that
Yeah.
sentence.
But I'm right. There's nobody out there. That's just a sort of desert.
It's fucking terrifying stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where I'm going to Africa in January. I'm going to climb Kilimanjaro, and there's riots at the minute in Tanzania, and we got told we weren't allowed to go. But then
Are they rioting at the top of the mountain?
No,
Oh.
but the UK government's advice is, don't travel to Tanzania unless it's essential. And that means no insurance companies will insure you, even though the riots are basically in Aberdeen compared to the mountain being here. Like, it's so far away, but they're saying no. So every insurance company goes, no, we won't insure you to go there at all. And we obviously need it in case someone gets altitude sickness or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
You had to cancel it.
No, because they changed it back after we'd started trying to pull out of it with all the like partners and stuff we've got for it. The government were like, no, that's fine. Now you can
Yeah,
go.
we can do
have
it
to
with
be
a
like,
fucking
hey
ad.
guys, just we're good.
Right, on to technology news now. And Apple have released a load of new products over the last few months. It's mainly the OK iPhone 17 and the terrible iPhone Air, which I never understood this. They didn't release a black one. I was going to buy one. They didn't do a black color.
But you put a fucking cover in it anyway.
Yeah, clear case.
Oh dear.
But
Colourful man.
One thing, that's good because they are available in an absolutely hideous shade of orange. These new phones, so I think you're well in there. But one product has slipped under the radar a little bit, and Apple, who is a company known for extortionate behavior, this might be the most outrageously overpriced product they've ever released.
Is it the pouch?
It's the iPhone Pocket, baby. You know about this.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is a
You
shame.
fucking ordered one, haven't you?
No, not yet.
So it's this sort of ugly knitted crossbody scrotum sock thing that you can wear around your torso. And it's sort of specifically designed for pickpocketers to steal your phone. It looks like, here's my phone. It's in this massive orange sock.
Yeah, you're more or less gift wrapping it.
Yeah,
and giving it to 'em.
exactly. They can move it along and just keep it in the bag. It's like when you get something from Amazon and you take this as a gift.
Because there's the one that goes across your body, which obviously hard to steal, but there's one that sits on your wrist.
Isn't it like 150 quid as well?
Well, it's available in poo brown, vivid orange, yellow, pink, purple, and turquoise, none of which are colours I want. And look, here it is, this bad boy. Bang! Look at that. That is great.
Let me see it.
It's so ugly.
It's really strange, isn't it? Like, it doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah.
How did I was thinking, is it fucking Bluetooth or something? Does it charge
No,
your phone?
it's just
How
a
is it
sock.
250
It's
quid?
just 150 quid.
150
It
sock.
is
quid?
$229.95. So
Jesus Christ.
good of them to knock the 5p off that. That seems pretty reasonable. And if you need a bit more convincing, this is an official statement from Apple. And we're thinking about them, the most forward-thinking, innovative company in the world. This is what they said that their, knitted sock is made of. It said it was inspired by, quote, a piece of cloth.
Ah, nice.
So, so that's good.
They're gonna have to really.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's a real quote from Apple. So it's good that it's good that it's deep. And it was born out of the idea of, quote, creating an additional pocket. And this is a huge selling point. It will accommodate any iPhone.
There's gonna be so many in London walking around with this as if they don't already have 12 pockets in their trousers.
Yeah, it's true. And but it will fit any phone. So if you've got a small shitty one or a big shitty one, it will get in there.
It'll blow my mind a little bit if this takes off. But there will be like people who just love anything Apple and technology that get it.
I think this will be like huge in the Chinese market. They love this sort of shit because it's kind of swag.
They're gonna have to get a pile of grannies into their sweatshops because the average child isn't gonna know how to fucking knit that.
True. Knitting's gone way out of fashion in the sweatshops. Yeah, that's a real good point. Those adverts where the grannies knit the shreddies?
Get them on the case.
It's going to be, let's get them on these.
See if they want to take a massive pay cut.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big hit among the drippy Asians. I don't know. When you go to international school,
The what, sorry?
drippy Asians.
What's a drip?
That's not a slur as much as it sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like they were just wearing full LV every day.
Oh, okay.
As in they're dripped up.
Yeah, no, I get it now.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it was sounded bad.
Oh, it's on its way to us.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not a drippy scouser.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, these guys are like the drippy scousers of Shanghai.
That's a band.
Yeah. So, like, the sort of people, when you go to international school, it's quite a large percentage of the student body. And they make you feel so poor. In my school, you got fun of if you wore wired.
They made you feel poor.
Yeah. Mate, in my boarding school room, it was me and two sons of Indian billionaires. How poor. I was so poor. I'm living in the most desperate relative poverty of all time.
There's probably more of a disparity between you and them than there is me and you.
Yeah.
Whenever you put it like that.
Easily. I reckon it's like starving Ethiopians, me, and these guys. It's about equal. It's close.
Yeah. You can say a lot about my family's wealth, but you can never call me starving.
No. We know that from your physique. You would be considered a very rich,
Well-fed Ethiopian.
very very rich man in Ethiopia. So these guys, to put it in perspective, like these guys, their dads own some of the biggest companies in India, and they had like one guy trying to find his Apple Watch, lost his Apple Watch, rooting through the cupboards, and he found 10 grand. And he was like, "Oh fuck, my emergency money! Forgot about this.
Emergency 10 grand.
Emergency 10 grand in case you need a."
In case
The thing is, we're in Singapore, the safest country in the world. So like the biggest emergency you could have is maybe you stub your toe.
In which case, you've got to go for a Wagyu steak to make yourself feel a bit better.
I would celebrate for a week if I found a fucking fiver in my jacket. And this con's just got
Yeah,
10
but-
grand lying around.
Yeah, but 10 grand, if we're comparing net worths, like £5 is probably a bigger percentage of your net worth than this 10 grand is of this guy's
Might
net
be
worth.
true, yeah.
That's actually fucking a really good point.
Yeah, like that's like a week's wages to you.
He
but
might
this
actually be underreacting.
it's not even really worth his time to look for it.
He'd make more money doing the thing he makes money from than looking for his 10 grand in the same amount of time.
Yeah. Anyway, on to sports now. And we might have a new world record. World record alert in the incredibly popular sport of Egyptian ship pulling. So that's right. 44-year-old Ashraf Maraus has set a new mark after pulling a 700-ton boat across the Red Sea with his teeth. This is great. So
This is a real sport.
it's a real sport. It's like a strongman thing.
You do it with your mouth.
Do it with your mouth. So basically, you put a rope between your teeth and you try to pull a massive boat. This bloke, great nickname. They call him Kabonga. He's the strongest man in Egypt.
I googled what kabonga means, by the way. It means circumcised and uncivilized man. That is the meaning of that word.
In what language?
I don't know. That was a top Google result whenever I searched what does kabonga mean.
Right. I'm a Kabonga.
Yeah, you are. Oh, you're pretty civilized.
Oh, yeah, true. I'm circumcised and civilized.
Circumcised?
Yeah, it was a traumatic experience when I was 13, but
You were late with it,
I'm
yeah?
sure I've talked about it before, so I don't think we need to cover it again.
Late with it?
Yeah, I was late with it. I was behind the game there. So after that, he then pulled 2 ships with his teeth, weighing 1,150 tons together.
I don't really know how much a ton is.
That's 1
It's
million.
more than a kilogram.
Yeah, a lot more. It's 1,043,000 kilograms.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
So, you know,
It's kind of the cleanest teeth in Egypt. There's like 2 massive bits of floss between it.
yeah, that's true, actually.
How do they not just rip out?
Yeah, I don't really know. Also, I don't really know how, you know, your core strength affects your teeth. You know what
Obviously,
I mean?
he's doing the majority of the pulling with his body, but it's connected to. Still, surely they would
You
just
can't
snap.
train teeth. You're not going in the gym being like, let's
Yeah.
hit teeth today.
Like, how are they not just fucking breaking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said, he's got a quote here. Today, I've come to break the world record. I pulled them both, thanks to God, to prove to my friends and the whole world that God blessed me by being the strongest man in the world. I've got a picture of him here if you're interested in what he looks like doing this sort of thing. There we go.
I don't want to see him. I want to see his teeth.
Well, his teeth, with the rope sort of in the way, but there he is. And I mean, it looks highly uncomfortable. He's also pulled a train that weighs 250,000 tons.
That feels easier, though. Cause
It's on the track already.
Yeah, it's on the track and it's got wheels. Like a boat doesn't have wheels.
But the boat is on the water. Surely
Yeah, the
that's-
boat can just float in, right?
Yeah.
If the tide's giving
Matter of
it-
fact, this isn't impressive at all.
Yeah. You hear that, Marouse?
How's he going to top that? What was
Yeah.
the last thing you said?
Well, so he pulled a train for 10 meters, and then he built up his strength for this challenge by his 6 hours of training a day. I don't really know. Is he just like? Is he just?
It's like, man, can I borrow your
Gurning.
Peugeot?
Is he just? Is he gurning like 6 hours a day? Is he just?
He'd be a great man to have if you ever needed like a push start, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull
yeah.
you along
Like,
for this.
If you need a lawnmower,
Imagine that, though. You're on the side of the road and you need a push start and you get him and he just like he like puts your car in his mouth. You're like, what are you fucking doing?
You're like, I didn't think he was asking for a tow bar for that reason.
it'd be a cheap caravan holiday, wouldn't it?
He has to go Todger next, I reckon.
Yeah. What, around the balls as
Yeah.
well, or just the Todge?
Balls would be a lot safer, shout.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to sort of risk ripping my balls off.
Yeah,
to pull
but
a train.
it'll be easier to do whenever it's connected to the two things. It would just slip off, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe we should get in contact and let him know. So his diet daily is 12 eggs, 2 whole chickens, and 5 kilos of fish. So if Jesus was doing his miracles back then and this guy was there, it'd be fucking straight out of stuff. Yeah. I don't know.
Or would you just have to constantly just keep one fish back for Jesus to do his trick again?
Yeah, to re-up it.
feel like Jesus was unlimited fish.
Yeah.
I feel like he got 5,000 of them because there was 5,000 people. I think if there was 6,000, he probably could.
No, he only had 2 fish and somehow made it stretch. He's just really miserable with his portions.
Well, it was fish and bread, right?
That's the small
So
print
is
of
he
that
making
story.
like
Fish buddies.
tiny fish fingers? Like,
I don't know.
what's going on?
Little volleybons.
You'd be fuming if the power you did have was fish. You'd far rather chicken or beef or something like.
Oh, do you think he only does fish?
Oh, apparently so.
Yeah, right. He's like, I can do fish and I can do water into wine, but give me
That's
anything
it.
else, I'm useless. Yeah, yeah. So apparently his career started when he was 9 years old. I'm not sure how true any of this is, to be honest, guys. And he also once accidentally broke his friend's arm, which maybe, but also that happened on the Pitchside podcast, so I'm not sure how impressive that actually is. Apparently, he can flip a giant tire 10 times in a row without breaking a sweat, and he can push a car with only his finger.
Pretty cool.
So he's just.
I'm just not having any of this.
If
No,
he
we can't. Yeah, if the engine's on and there's someone on the accelerator, what are you talking about?
If someone's doing 60, yeah.
yeah.
If he can do finger, he must be able to do penis. Must be. There's much more power in the penis than the finger, right?
But do you tie it whenever he's erect or?
I don't think he's pushing the car, so I think you just sort of.
What do you
hit
reckon it'd hurt more if I cocked you in the eye or poked you in the eye with my finger?
Yeah, but that's more about shape than size.
We can see your
isn't it?
fingers.
How sharp's your bell end?
Depends on the day, you know.
Sharper than others. Yeah. His next challenge, he says he requires permission from the Egyptian president to do this, is to pull a submarine that he's.
I honestly thought you were going to say to try and move the pyramids then. He's asking for permission from the Egyptian president.
I reckon
he's going to move the Sphinx. That's the next thing.
I reckon he goes there, he gives it a dry hump, and then he's like, that moved like a little bit. You all saw that, right? That shuffled a bit, guys. Yeah, so he's going to pull a submarine from the Egyptian Navy, and his ultimate goal that he's building up to for the end of his career, he wants to pull a plane using only his eyelids. So,
what are we talking about? They will rip off, won't they?
You would think so.
Yeah, you can't train eyelids either.
I don't think so.
Just blink a lot.
Yeah. He says that the key to his success is that he speaks with the object before.
Fuck me. Is there any objects you speak to before using them?
Oh, sometimes I'll speak to my wooden spoon,
Really?
or I'll sing to my wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Spoon?
That's more normal.
Sorry?
You sing to your wooden spoon?
Yeah, we're in the kitchen, we're having a laugh, we're having a boogie, I'm making a bolognese, classic stuff. Do you talk to inanimate objects on a regular basis?
I'll shout at them if I kick them or something. Like if I stub my toe, if I bang it on the side of the bed, I'll shout at the bed.
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
the bed's
That's
fault.
when my Indian accent comes out. What a bastard! I hate him. What a shit! Bloody shit, mate. Crap sofa. I don't like it. Let's change it up. What a bastard!
That's much more.
Yeah,
like,
it sounds
Sounds
like-
closer to your Turkish.
it's much more Turkish than
It sounds like
Indian.
King Julian. But yeah, this is a quote from the guy just to finish off this story. It's important for me to treat the object that I will pull as part of my body. It moves along with my heartbeat. So
Kind of nice.
it's a bit spiritual. He's sort of kung fuing it a little bit.
It's bollocks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, gotta be. There's got to be someone in the engine room.
I can't stop thinking him attaching that to his eyelids and pulling it, and it's just
Surely it just ping off immediately.
yeah.
Right, on to our games segment now, and it's time for another round of everybody's favourite game. It's Name That Nonce. So this is the game. It's a guessing game. So I'll give you a little bit of information, and then when you feel like you've got it, you can have a guess at who the nonce is.
Okay,
Right,
great.
here we go.
Are we facing off against each other?
If you want to, or it can sort of be a team game. I'm not really sure about the format.
We'll take a turnabout.
I was born in Philadelphia in 1937.
So right now he would be 88.
I was jailed in 2018, but released in 2021. Got off. My first TV role was as CIA operative Alexander Scott in the program I Spy. I won 3 consecutive Emmys for this performance. You can feel free to buzz in when you think you
Can't
have
think
it.
of any nonsense right now.
Are you out of nonsense?
Michael Jackson.
No, you always guess Michael Jackson. It's never going to be Michael
Although
Jackson.
one time I was right.
One time it was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael Jackson is 88, to be totally fair to him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I owned a jumper museum. I was re-imprisoned in 2022. So out, and back. He was doing the hokey cokey, and
Was he?
he put his penis in, put his penis out, in, out, shake it all about.
Was he also a director?
That's not in my facts, so I don't really know. I am a former spokesperson for Jell-O in the USA.
I don't think I know this nonce.
You will know who this is, I think, but the clues get a bit more revealing. My most famous I reckon the people at home are screaming down the phone. My most famous comedy character is called Fat Albert. I gave a controversial speech in 2004 where I lambasted poor black people for bad parenting, sagging their pants, and not
It's
taking...
not Bill Cosby,
It's
is
Bill
it?
Cosby.
It is fucking
It's
Bill Cosby.
Ring, ring, ring. We've got a winner.
Is he a nonce?
What? Of course.
Is he a nonce or is he a
No,
rapist?
sir. He is a rapist.
No. It's 16. 216.
Who?
Well, Judy Huth, I think her name is the victim.
Judy Huth.
Yeah.
Sounds like you made that up.
No, I think related
Judy
to
Huth?
Robert Huth.
I didn't know he was a nonce as well. Well, I'm done with him now.
Yeah.
You wash your hands of them after that.
It's good. That was a clutch up because the next clue was I am most known for starring in the Bill Cosby Show.
All right, enough the fucking jumpers.
Yeah, big jumper guy.
he was a big jumper
He
guy.
had a museum. That's how much he loved him.
I don't know if you agree with this. I said this recently and I got shunned for it, but I feel like the British don't like jumpers. More so his type of British.
Adam's wearing one.
Yeah, that's not a jumper.
This is a cardigan.
I mean,
It's made out of jumper material.
Yeah.
why is that a problem?
Not just because
we
nobody likes jumpers over here.
We literally invaded your country, and this is the problem you have.
I've got plenty of problems. This is just one of the new ones.
Oh right.
I like a jumper, but you are right, yeah.
How long have you been like into this sort of fashion side of things?
And did you look like shit beforehand?
Oh, yeah.
But was there sort of a bit of imposter syndrome initially where you're like, I'm Scouse, people aren't going to like me anymore because I'm like this working class comedian and I'm dressing nice?
And that is going to be permanent because Liverpool doesn't like
Anything.
anyone who like dresses.
Yeah.
Or any lad making any sort of effort is like, what are you doing, lad?
Yeah.
No.
Remember
Put
in-
your trackie on, have a pint, and shut the fuck up.
I've got the opposite in my community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to make an effort.
If I wear tracky bums, they're gonna call me a yobbo.
You
when
can
you
wear
say
tracky
that.
bottoms in a good way. You can style them well. It just like I don't like matching sets. Me, I don't think you should have a grey hoodie and grey pants. You should have grey pants and a black hoodie.
Yeah.
White t-shirt popping out.
Tell that to the upper middle class.
No, I don't know any of them.
I've only I would say in the past 6 months, I have only became comfortable enough in my sexuality to like use an umbrella.
I bought an umbrella yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a big step for me.
It is.
Like
I don't know
big-
why it's such a.
What is gay about owning an umbrella?
It's pretty gay.
Why?
That's why I wouldn't use one for the first like 2 years being in London because I didn't want to give up the illusion of being a hard man.
There's a Bill Burr bit about it, literally about using an umbrella as well. Yeah, it's I bought one yesterday. I'm really excited about it.
It is a big stumbling block. You know what I discovered? That's like it's a great hack for anyone watching at home. If you're stuck in the rain anywhere and you go into a pub and be like, "Oh, I left an umbrella here," they'll come out and be like, "Oh, is it this one?" That's why I got my umbrella, and they just give me this fancy fucking umbrella for free. I was like, "Yeah, that's the one. Cheers, boss."
I wouldn't do that because I don't want to use someone else's smelly umbrella. It's
wasn't
it's
smelly.
like sort of vintage clothes.
What do you think
and stuff.
people are doing with umbrella? Would you not wear vintage clothes?
Nah. I don't want. You've got decades of armpit sweat in that. I don't want that.
Our first full season of the show, you're wearing vintage clothes.
Yeah, but
You're wearing a pair of trousers that someone definitely died in.
Yeah, but I had to do that. That was for work. I wouldn't do that on my own time.
Yeah.
I hate secondhand clothes because, well, fuck it. I've got enough money to buy new ones, so why would I not do that?
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, a lot of new manufacturing methods for clothes means they're not as good and durable and good as they once were.
Yeah.
I am yet to sort of venture into the vintage
It's scary world.
thing, but I am going to go and have a look in Shoreditch after we're done here.
Are you?
That's what I'm doing with my afternoon.
You really left your people behind.
Yeah,
Going vintage clothes shopping in Shoreditch.
yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I wore something slightly like out of the ordinary was an AC/DC t-shirt whenever I was like 16, and one of my friends asked me if I was a goth now. I was like, I couldn't have been any further from a goth band.
I know you like say that we look down on poor people and
Who's we?
my community. But you guys are the most judgmental pricks
Oh,
of
fucking
all
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's
but,
insane.
but it comes from the position of the underdog, so it's fine.
Yeah, you couldn't say that.
That's how privilege works. So you have it, so we're allowed to judge you, and you're not allowed to judge us.
I'm challenging that stereotype. I love punching down. One of my new favorite things. I think it goes both ways. That's my new thing. And I do it regularly on this show, as people know. So if there are any poor people watching this, fuck you.
But also subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe. Give me £3 a month, you skint bastard.
You're not allowed a Patreon. That you should.
I'm allowed it.
You should get all of it. That's bollocks.
He's getting some of it.
I like what he's saying though. We should talk about that.
Okay, yeah, we can bring it up, and
You
I
just
will.
don't fucking need it. So just give it to him. Look at him.
No. You don't,
Cheers, but also fuck you.
mate. I know people will say to me, here's a guy. He's never even built a desk before. His hands are very soft. But
You've got soft hands.
I've
You've got
had
soft
my
hands.
struggles, mate. Look, we've all been through.
What
it.
are they?
The Wi-Fi was down.
Well, yeah. Now that you say it, it's a bit hard to remember, but yeah. Well, I don't really.
Pret was closed.
Don't really know. Pret's definitely been closed a few times. Fuck me. They should be 24 hours. New policy. 24-hour Pret. That would be great. Oh, what? I had salmonella once in Singapore.
Probably about dining in a fancy restaurant that most people couldn't afford.
No. It's very down to earth. It was,
Down to earth.
I think they only had one Michelin star, so
Oh, wow.
it's not even a good one.
Oh, were you okay?
Although, I joke about that, but I did go on a school trip. We had this at our school. Probably didn't have it at yours because you guys went to bad schools. But
No, we went to proper normal schools.
Yeah.
You
normal,
went to
sorry.
a bad school.
Yeah. So
Did you get fucked at school?
no.
People were fucking.
Oh,
though.
people were up to stuff. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
It feels like you got fucked at school.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
It just feels like you might have.
No, I give off that vibe.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he assumed that happened in
Yeah,
building
yeah.
sites.
You know what I mean? I think I actually don't believe him.
we had a thing where you got to plan a school trip yourself. You went group of 4, unsupervised school trip in sixth form to a foreign country.
In sixth form.
In sixth form. Yeah. So we went to Hong Kong.
Why would you need supervising in sixth form?
Well, that's the thing is you were free. But you were in a foreign country with no supervision.
Yeah.
Carnage. Huge carnage. So it was me, Schubert, Heather, and Alicia. Shout out to you guys. We went to Hong Kong. And we ate 4 times in a Michelin star restaurant.
I've never even.
I went
been
to a place
one once.
called Colomendy, which is a shithole in North Wales.
Is it
and I got
related to Edward
detention.
Mendy?
Yes. I got detention for writing peg legs are going to get you in the wardrobe because there was a rumour that it was haunted by a ghost called Peg Leg, which was a ghost with one leg.
Yeah.
And the noise he would make was the wood coming to get you. I wrote Peg Leg's going to get you. I got detention and I missed the final day of the trip's game of football. And I had to clean all of the graffiti off all of the wardrobes
That's
in
fucked.
Colomendy. That was the best school trip of my life.
Yeah.
The one I've just told you about.
Yeah.
You ever got in trouble on a school trip?
Not in trouble. Our school trip, in an attempt to not radicalise the Catholic children in a very mixed area, sent us to a Celtic match. 2 years running, we went to see them play Ajax in the Europa League. It's fucking
That's
great.
class.
Yeah.
Absolutely class.
I got in trouble on the ski trip in year 6 when we were in the hotel had really dog shit food. As in, like, you would definitely eat it, but I wouldn't. And
Probably be Michelin star for me.
yeah, so I started a chant in the hotel buffet room because this whatever it was, it looked like rhino dick basically. So I went rhino genitals, and there were loads of other schools there as well. And our teacher got really embarrassed, and then he banned all of us from going to the disco. So
I have never.
Still got to go skiing though. So.
I'd like to think I've never bullied anyone before, but if you went to my school, you'd have been fucking in for it.
Yeah, but I would have been a different guy because I would have had a different upbringing.
But if you just got dropped in like third year
Hmm.
with your upbringing up until that point,
That's a sitcom, you know.
yeah.
You should write that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to face the amount of passive aggression from rich Indians if you went to my school.
Probably not, nah.
It was
That's a good point.
death by a million paper cuts.
I didn't meet an Indian until like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Right, let's move on. And on that note, let's move on to our final segment now. This is Questionable, our viewer interaction segment, where we ask you an important question and read out your equally important responses. This week, we asked you, what's the pettiest thing that you've ever done? Here are your best answers. Number 1, I put my sister's phone in the fire. And it doesn't say why, so I'm not sure how petty that was.
I've got something.
You done something petty.
It wasn't me. It was done to me.
Okay.
So my little brother was. I don't know whether you remember that song that was about. I don't know, a decade ago. It was like no more reps and no more roaches living next door to football coaches. Know that song?
Yeah.
My little brother was in the living room dancing to that song in a really like camp way, and I just secretly filmed him. And I put it on Facebook and was like, look at him doing this. And he was like, fucking delete that now. I'll fucking punch your head in. And I was like, no, it's fucking staying up. It's dead funny. He went and got my quilt and put it in the bath. Like a full bath.
Soaked it through.
That's class.
Yeah, it's the most petty thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
yeah.
And it was perfect.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
We used to put each other's like we just put stuff in the freezer, like their things. So like this is me and my Indian roommates who've already been over, but like Adiraj would get home and we put his fucking AirPods in the freezer for 2 hours just for a laugh. Or like his laptop, like just random stuff.
You'd have been shot in our school, you know.
Yeah, definitely. you would have not liked Special Thursdays, I don't think.
What's Special Thursday?
Everyone gets completely naked, not really sure why. And then we take the duvets out of the duvet covers, put on the duvet covers, and run up and down the corridor.
Why did you need to be naked?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's quite gay.
No, there's no touching. Well, there's duvet covered.
Was there women involved?
No, of course not.
Gay.
Why would you want women? We don't want women involved. That would ruin it. Because they don't like to have that kind of fun. It's lads.
That
It's
is true.
lad
They
stuff.
don't
It's
like
not
that kind
lads,
of fun.
it's fucking gimps.
I agree with that, but women are not
You
getting
hear
involved
that?
in that.
You hear that, Adiraj and Yash? I know you're listening. One of the UK's top comedians thinks you're a gimp. And so do I, actually.
You're in with it, by the way.
No. It was cool. We had an Instagram account for us, the 3 Cupcakes. That was our name.
It gets worse.
Right, next one. My brother took the last Kit Kat, so I deleted all the games off his PS4.
That's quality.
That's a great one. I sewed tinned tuna into my housemaster's office curtains and chair because I was wrongly accused of criminal activity.
Why the fuck does he have a housemaster?
Boarding school.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was just like 1800s.
Is that the country listens to this? Is it your lot?
I would say
It's actually pretty mixed now.
it's got to be more than who watch you, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say
Because that's someone who's wrote in,
Yeah.
and they had a housemaster as well.
yeah, we all had a
Yeah,
housemaster.
that's true.
Tin tuna into the chair, in the folds, in the seams.
That's fucking great, to be fair.
Yeah. Next one. To get back at my cheating girlfriend, I sent a video of her sniffing lines to her strict Roman Catholic church. That's pretty
Fuck
good.
me.
That's like, I don't really do religion, so I don't know how
Is
bad that
cocaine against religion? I don't think there's.
It
You know,
hadn't- it had
there's
been
no
invented.
thou shalt not get a bag in
It
the
hadn't,
fucking.
it hadn't been invented in the Bible times. so
Exactly.
they've got no sort of sway on
What's
it.
the problem?
I like thou shalt not get a bag in. That's they could add that maybe.
Yeah, but like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't really know.
It's not against religion. Like, if anything, send it to her parents if she's like that. But...
It does also say grandparents here.
Oh, right, okay.
In year 2, my friend spoke to a girl that I liked, so I melted her dad's headlights with a sparkler.
Yeah.
How long would it fucking take with a sparkler?
Yeah, surely that's not working. Also, you can't melt that.
It's like trying to burn down a building with a lighter. I don't think that would work at all.
Calling them a liar.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this one. But we do get a lot of people writing in with just complete waff.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
people
totally,
just
yeah.
more or less confessing to horrendous crimes at times.
Yeah.
my manager denied my annual leave request, so I took her falafels from the fridge. See, this is the sort of audience we have. It's housemasters and falafel all the way.
Still not quite sure what that is.
Yeah, you'll understand one day. I took her falafels from the fridge and rolled them around in my underwear, in brackets here, including the devil's doorbell, before placing them back in the fridge.
Is the devil's doorbell your arsehole?
No, I think it's the clit, I believe. This was sent in by a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
I did have to look that up, yeah, also.
I mean, if that was my falafel and I was single and attracted to her, you've just improved the falafel.
Yeah, I would say that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Can I tip somehow?
It's great customer.
Linda.
That is...
It's just been on your devil's doorbell. Thank you.
Yeah, you should get a raise. Next one. For context, my dad is blind. When I was a kid and he would piss me off, I would move the furniture in the house ever so slightly. Not enough so he would notice, but enough that he would still bump into it. Oh, mate, if your dad's also Chinese, he'd be fuming. Because,
Because they're really particular about furniture.
yeah, a bit of feng shui.
Are they?
You know about feng shui?
Yeah.
Yeah, energy flows in the house. So if you move,
Is that a Chinese thing? No.
I would say
sounds pretty Chinese.
On the name, it's probably not. Probably wasn't invented in Telford.
No, but it sounds French to me.
Feng shui.
Feng shui.
Yeah.
Whenever you say it like that, it does.
Yeah. You did it in a French accent. To be fair.
Yeah, I thought that was a French thing.
Yeah, French Chinese. But yeah, if you move the sofa a millimeter, your wise old Chinese grandpa would definitely have a fit about it. Next one. My upstairs neighbor kept stomping around at 3 a.m. One night, I snapped. Now I crawl into his ceiling space and drop exactly one marble onto his floor every night at a random time. He's losing his mind looking for the ghost. That's great. I love that one.
That's really good.
Just the one marble.
Yeah.
Just one.
Some weapon at university tried to embarrass me in front of some piftings. So I snuck into his bedroom with the intention of stealing his MacBook. Decided against it as I didn't fancy getting fingered in prison. So I decided to squash his bananas instead. He never found out. That is the most middle-class crime.
Yeah.
Squashing the old... Because I know he's got those marinating, waiting to make some fire banana bread. So...
But like the squash bananas would be fine for banana bread, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
You just helped him. He's like, oh, class.
You just prepped this meal.
it's like Bake Off where all the stuff's already there.
One thing my younger brother used to always do, and it was just absolute mental warfare because even if he didn't do it, he would tell you he did, and you knew he had did it enough times to think it was possible. But he would rub his ball bag on your pillow and sometimes just floss it in between his fucking gooch.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with that is like, one doesn't really bother me because of my upbringing, but also I can never tell.
But you know, like
It doesn't make enough of a difference to ruin my life.
if I was winding him up, he
How
might have
often
been
are you
anywhere.
cleaning your pillows?
Oh, once a year or something. Once a 6 months or
Once
something.
a quarter.
Yeah, once a quarter maybe.
That's not enough, you know.
Yeah, but I live by myself, so it's all good. Like, I'm not impacting anyone else's life. I mainly just do it when I've spilt katsu sauce on it.
Yeah. One of the lads I live with in uni, whenever he saw us cleaning
That's
it,
the biggest problem in your life.
Because sometimes
sauce on your pillow.
when I'm hungover, I'll get I'll deliver a chicken katsu curry to the gaff. That's my go-to hungover food. I like a bit of...
Like Wagamama's.
No, I've got a proper place down the road.
Yeah.
Proper...
Wagamama's not a proper place.
No, this is indicative. This is the classic small-minded, lower-class behaviour. You think Pizza Express is a real restaurant, all this sort of stuff.
They are. I've been there.
No, it's not. There's a completely different category. That's basically the McDonald's of pizza.
Correct.
If you want a proper
I'm
pizza,
actually with him on this.
If you want a proper pizza, go to a real restaurant.
But I don't want to go and get
I'm
somewhere that won't give me pepperoni or chicken.
Yes, but if you want an authentic experience,
But I don't.
yes, exactly, because you're a small-minded, lower-class peasant.
No, you want just the best pizza. That's what I want.
Yeah. But you get the.
crisps ones.
and it's not from Pizza Express. I really want to.
I've never actually been to Pizza Express.
I'd rather have a Pizza Express one though than anything that's what's the word, like where it comes from Napoli. Neapolitan pizza where it's all fluffy and you need a knife and fork.
Yeah,
I can
fuck
suck a bag of
that.
dicks.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't
That's
really compare them.
authentic.
That's like trying to compare a Domino's to
But
a real
I think
pizza.
Domino's
with
is
them
nicer
both
than
being
us.
called pizza, I reckon they're fair game for comparison.
But you ever the real ones that they don't even have cheese on it barely. It's just a blob of sauce and then a tiny bit. Fuck, I don't want
Well,
that.
because it's got bufala on it,
What the fuck is that?
mozzarella. But the type, it's fresh mozzarella, and you've got to distribute it yourself. It's part of the experience.
I did have a spag ball in ZZ the other day, which I think is a pretty authentic experience.
Yeah, pretty good. An Italian would punch you in the face, I think, if you told him that. Next one. At this girl's house party, she was being a prick and said no one was allowed food in the house. She even binned my packet of Maryland cookies. Because of this hate crime, I went to the corner shop and bought a bag of flour. Then I turned into Prime Beckham, crossed it across the kitchen, and then my mate caught it on a sweet volley like Prime Matic.
Prime Matic?
Yeah, I know. Rogue shout.
My mate got kicked out of a house party when we were in, like, not in uni, but like uni age. And someone was like, you weren't invited, fuck off. And he'd basically gone to a house party. The person who was running it, they didn't really get on, but he knew everyone who was going. So, like, everyone was sort of invited and he thought it'd be fine. And the girl was like, no, you're not fucking coming. And he volleyed a mop bucket out of a living room window. And it smashed the whole living room window.
Oh, fuck, through it?
Oh, through it.
Like
Jesus
a metal
Christ.
tin mop bucket.
Yeah.
He just volleyed it and it just
Fuck
smashed
me.
the window. And he was like, yeah. Fuck the party.
This is just gonna be the same again. You guys are just gonna make fun of me for this, but I had an argument once with a mate. So he got my piano book and he put it like on my windowsill, but outside. Like he slid it past the window so you can't see it, and just popped it there outside. I needed it for my piano lessons. That's sort of our equivalent, I guess.
This is something that I
I was
think
fuming. I couldn't find it for weeks.
this is something that I think you will actually find funny. Me and one of our friends it was sort of towards the end of the night, but they were trying to close up the house party. And as they went out for a smoke, my friend went up and stole all their light bulbs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They just went upstairs to darkness.
Brilliant stuff. And on that case of grand larceny, we will end the show here. Thanks so much, Adam, for coming on.
Thank you very much.
You've been a spectacular, you guys. It's morning record. First ever morning record for the pod.
It is
Yeah, we're more of a
2 p.m. kind
2
of
p.m.
guys.
kind of guy. But we're in early. We're grafting. #graft. Sometimes we do 2 pods in a day. That's the most work I've ever done. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
It's a heavy one.
You get a bit of fatigue after that.
Yeah. Need to have
What do you usually do?
Couple of
2?
Grey.
1?
Well, our episodes are quite long, and the first half of ours, the guest isn't in.
Yeah.
So we do an hour to an hour and a half without the guest, have a lunch break, and then do an hour to an hour and a half with the guest.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't think anyone should work more than 1 podcast a day. Like, if you're a labourer and you're getting paid per job, you can't afford to take time off like that. But really, that's everyone should do a maximum 4 hours work. That's my new policy.
That's actually quite socialist. That's
Yeah,
really
no-
left wing and progressive and great.
I got a huge compliment from when I was talking to your dad, and he said your dad called me common.
For what?
Huge comment. He's like, Rufus, common guy. And you said, Rufus, I've known you for a while. You're not as big of a Tory as I thought. So that was
Yeah, I thought you were much more of a whenever I first met you than I do now.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm still there.
Yeah. You need some time. Left wing guy, genuine registered member of the Labour Party. This guy.
Really?
Yeah. I bought it for social clout. Like I carried the card round in my wallet. So it's only 30 quid, I think. and then they was like, but they charge you every month, right? It's like 30 quid for a year or something. So I just cancelled my direct debit.
And you got the card?
And I got the card.
Smart move.
Absolutely scammed. You bastards. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. We'd like to end it there. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'd like to see some of you at home attempt to hit the 5-star rating with your right arse cheek this week, if you can. Send in your videos to the email, and we'll review them at some point.
And subscribe to the fucking Patreon.
And subscribe to the fucking Patreon. Yeah, love that. Anyway, thanks so much, Adam, for coming on.
Thank you.
We'll be there again next week. Back to you in your house.